Regretting You movie trailer reaction and review. Regretting You trailer drops, your complete guide to the upcoming film adaptation. The highly anticipated trailer for Regretting You has just been unveiled, giving fans their first glimpse into what might be the next blockbuster book-to-screen adaptation. Are you ready for another emotional roller coaster from the queen of contemporary fiction? Directed by Josh Boone, this film marks the latest novel by best-selling author Colleen Hoover to receive the Hollywood treatment. It follows in the footsteps of Hoover's previous adaptation, It Ends With Us, which featured Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, who also took on directing responsibilities for that project. Before you mark your calendars for the theatrical debut, here's a comprehensive breakdown of everything you should know about this eagerly awaited film. Where can you view the trailer? The official trailer for Regretting You made its debut on Tuesday. You can experience it for yourself by clicking the link provided or watching it embedded below. In an exciting build-up to the trailer release, Hoover collaborated with the film's cast to tease fans on social media the day before, creating a buzz of anticipation among followers. What's the story behind Regretting You? The film adapts Hoover's 2019 novel of the same title. But here's where it gets interesting. The narrative explores the complicated and tense relationship between Morgan Grant and her teenage daughter, Clara, who's just 16. According to the book's synopsis, their already challenging dynamic takes a devastating turn when Chris, Morgan's husband and Clara's father, is involved in a tragic accident. In the aftermath of this heartbreaking event, Morgan finds solace in the most unexpected person, while Clara gravitates toward the very boy she's been forbidden to see. This dual perspective on grief and healing forms the emotional core of the story. Who's bringing these characters to life? The film boasts an impressive ensemble cast featuring Allison Williams, McKenna Grace, Dave Franco, and Mason Thames in leading roles. The supporting cast includes notable talents Scott Eastwood and Willa Fitzgerald. During a December 2024 interview with Good Morning America at the iHeartRadio Jingle Ball in Los Angeles, Grace confirmed she would portray Clara Grant, while Thames would take on the role of Miller, the forbidden love interest mentioned in the synopsis. "I'm absolutely thrilled," Grace shared enthusiastically. "I play Clara, and I'm particularly excited because Mason Thames, a really close friend of mine, is playing Miller." She further elaborated, "While it's certainly a love story, it's equally about a mother-daughter relationship and how they navigate their grief together." What drew McKenna Grace to this project? Grace revealed that the mother-daughter narrative resonated deeply with her and was the primary factor that attracted her to the film. "What really captivated me was the story between the mother and daughter and their journey through." Also slated for cinematic treatment are Hoover's 2022 novel, Reminders of Him, and her 2018 psychological thriller, Verity. Do you think these adaptations will capture the emotional depth of Hoover's writing? Or will they struggle to translate the internal monologues that make her book so compelling? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Regretting You official trailer, 2025. Allison Williams, McKenna Grace, Colleen Hoover. Hollywood's obsession with turning best-selling novels into blockbuster movies has reached a fever pitch, and Paramount's latest gamble might just prove whether this trend is sustainable or destined to crash and burn. The studio has just dropped the highly anticipated first look at Regretting You, their cinematic interpretation of Colleen Hoover's emotionally charged novel. Featuring the dynamic duo of Allison Williams and McKenna Grace as a fractured mother-daughter pair. Mark your calendars for October 24th, because this theatrical release promises to either ride the wave of recent literary adaptation success or become another cautionary tale about rushing beloved books to the big screen. But here's where it gets controversial. This film represents Hollywood's aggressive pursuit of the so-called Colleen Hoover phenomenon. For those unfamiliar with this literary sensation, Hoover has become a publishing powerhouse, particularly among younger readers, who devour her emotionally intense stories about complex relationships and personal trauma. Her novels have sparked intense debates about whether they romanticize problematic relationships or provide genuine emotional catharsis for readers. The heart of Regretting You lies in exploring the intricate and often painful dynamics between Morgan Grant, brought to life by Williams, and her teenage daughter Clara, portrayed by Grace. The story delves deep into the sacrifice and resentment that can poison family bonds when Morgan's early motherhood forces her to abandon her personal aspirations to focus entirely on raising Clara. And this is the part most people miss. The film doesn't just present a simple tale of family conflict, but rather examines how generational trauma and unfulfilled dreams can create insurmountable barriers between parents and children. The narrative takes a devastating turn when a tragic accident claims the life of Chris, who serves as both Morgan's husband and Clara's father, leaving the already strained mother-daughter relationship to navigate grief while confronting years of accumulated resentment and misunderstanding. This catastrophic event becomes the catalyst that either destroys their bond permanently or forces them to rebuild their connection from the ground up. Studios are essentially gambling millions on the assumption that the phenomenal success of It Ends With Us, the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni collaboration that shattered expectations by earning over $350 million globally, represents a sustainable market for book-to-film adaptations rather than a one-time lightning strike. This Sony production proved that Hoover's emotionally intense storytelling could translate into massive box office returns, prompting other studios to fast-track their own literary adaptations. The supporting ensemble brings considerable talent to the project, including Dave Franco, Mason Thames, Sam Morelos, Scott Eastwood, Willa Fitzgerald, and the veteran character actor Clancy Brown, each contributing to what promises to be an emotionally complex narrative tapestry. Behind the camera, director Josh Boone, who previously demonstrated his ability to handle emotionally challenging material with The Fault in Our Stars, takes the helm, working from a screenplay crafted by Susan McMartin, known for her work on the After series. The production team includes an impressive lineup of producers: Brunson Green, Anna Todd, Flavia Viotti, and Robert Kolzer, while the extensive list of executive producers features Oliver Bourbon, Hoover herself, Williams, Grace, Franco, John D. Wagner, Emily McGee, Pete Chiappetta, Anthony Titanegro, Andrew Larry, Michael Rothstein, Samuel Hall, and Warren Goes. However, this raises a thought-provoking question that the entertainment industry seems reluctant to address. Are studios simply chasing trends without understanding what made the original success story work? Or have they identified a genuine appetite for emotionally intense, relationship-focused narratives that traditional Hollywood has historically overlooked? What's your take on this literary adaptation boom? Do you think Hollywood is finally giving audiences the complex, emotionally driven stories they've been craving? Or are studios just exploiting a temporary trend that will inevitably lead to audience fatigue? More importantly, can films like Regretting You maintain the intimate, personal connection that readers feel with the source material? Or does the big screen treatment inevitably dilute the very elements that made these books so compelling in the first place?